Good morning. What's up, YouTube family? I just wanted to come on honestly and give some tips, my top 5 tips of what I feel has helped me get through the last 8 months out of my 12-month nursing program. So I am on the way to my last day of Med Surg 1. We're completely done. I was completely done as of Friday. I found out that I'm going on to Med Surg 2. So I just want to share some tips. Tip number 1 is actually something that I wish I would have known going into Med Surg 1, because I would not have struggled. I would not have struggled as much, and that is getting exposed to NCLEX style questions. Whenever you're done with fundamentals 1 and 2 and you're going into Med Surg, when you have that week break, expose yourself to YouTube videos talking about NCLEX style questions. Do NCLEX style questions. There's so many different Quizlets, Quizlet question banks you can go online and do for free. So many YouTube videos. And unfortunately, I didn't start watching them until I was on my 3rd test. So by that time, I was already failing that first section and needed, I forget what it was, I think it was an 85 at the time, to be in a position where I didn't need the HESI and I didn't make it. But you know, that's the past. We're going to move it on up. Moving on up. But yeah, that's my first tip. Expose yourself to these NCLEX style questions. Please do yourself a favor, because I knew pain. My first test that I took in Med Surg was on pain. I could rebuttal that chapter in and out. I knew the material. But then when I get on the test, they're asking questions like, what should the nurse do first? I'm giving, on the whole damn test, all intervention answers. But they're really asking you for the nursing process, which is ADPI. You're going to assess. You're going to assess and collect data. So all of those answers that I'm giving, it's not that they're not the right thing. It's just that I didn't understand what the question was asking at the time. If you are a nursing student, you will understand this perfectly. So, you know, a lot of Med Surg questions are based on Maslow and Maslow priority questions, like your ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation. Anytime you see airway in a priority question, what is the highest priority for this patient? If it got airway, you better choose that motherfucker, okay? That's the answer. Anytime it's asking you, what should the nurse do first? What is the first step that the nurse should take? It's asking you a nursing process question, and I didn't understand that. I just wasn't taught that. That's something that my school did not expose us to until halfway through Med Surg. But by that time, I had already got it down. And honestly, I owe that thanks to a good classmate of mine, a good friend. She ain't even a classmate. That's my homegirl for life. She watches my videos. She knows who she is. So I remember her telling me, like, yo, before I read another chapter, I am about to get down how the hell to answer these NCLEX style questions. So to me, what I'm learning so far, you either got priority, you either have a Maslow question, Maslow hierarchy, you know, you got food, water, things like that, and then you got love and belonging. I can't rebuttal the whole process right now because my mind is not on school, to be honest, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah, so you got Maslow's hierarchy questions, priority questions, and nursing process questions. I'm learning that, so now I know how to more easily find the answer when I'm reading a question. I'm able to more easily determine what is it the question is really asking. Because before, honey child, I was just giving all intervention answers. Oh, you're gonna do this, do this. I wasn't assessing nothing. I was just performing the action. So a lot of times that's not what they're asking you. To me, it seems like they want you to assess the patient, which makes sense. Nursing process, ADPI, you're gonna assess, you're gonna diagnose, you're gonna plan, you're gonna implement, and then you're gonna evaluate in that order. So assess always comes first. You're gonna always collect data. My tip number 2, mind your business. I've watched so many, and I've been saying this a lot more lately. I've watched so many YouTube videos. Before I started nursing school, I was following so many different nursing student channels or ladies who've been LPNs for years. I love me some Kimmy TV. I love her. She's probably one of my most favorite YouTubers to watch. I just love her. But yeah, I've just been watching a lot of young ladies, black women, black young nurses, black professional nursing, black, just anything black with nursing. I'm in that thing. It's just I need some inspiration, somebody who I can relate to. So they've always said, like, I've seen it over and over again, the drama in nursing school, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna be no drama. I'm too grown, child. Listen, I'm telling you, smiles was gone after the second week of nursing school. But it's just mind your business. Realizing that these teachers are not our friends. I would never understand a grown ass woman who going back telling teachers stuff, making drama for the class. We dealt with that a lot this term. It was really bad at one point. It's like you could slice the tension with a knife, and the amount of work we was dealing with. My Med Surg schedule was clinicals on Monday, a test on Tuesday, classroom hours on a Wednesday, clinical on Thursday, and another test Friday. That was our schedule every week for the last 9 or 10 weeks. 10 weeks? Yeah, Med Surg 1 was 10 weeks this term. 10 or 11 weeks. It was a really long term. But that was my schedule every week. Why make it more harder on, students and jeopardize that nursing and student, like you crossing the line? These teachers not our friends. They're here to teach us. They're getting a paycheck to teach us. That's it, and that's all. These teachers are not our friends. Why do you get on these nursing? Why do some of these students get in these nursing programs? I'm sure every nursing student has dealt with a student like this. Get on these damn programs, and these students all in these teachers' face, telling everything that's going on, running their mouth, and just making the classroom environment hell. Med Surg 1 was hell for me. But tip number 3 that I have is definitely know your study method. By this time, I think by middle of term 1, you need to have that down pat, to be honest. Know what type of learner you are. I took tests. The first week of nursing school, my geek ass. I'm such a geek, y'all. I was Googling tests of how to learn what type of learner you are. And I'm one of those types. It like takes me 3 different ways. I have to hear it. I gotta write it down. If I listen to a lecture and read the book, I'll retain it. But if I write it down, I got it. I know the material in and out. I have to write. I have to write it. And I brought me a set of colorful pens that's still good. Walmart. It was a set of colorful pens. I did spend like $11 on them because I wanted some really good ones, and I don't like to go back and keep buying pens. Whenever I buy pens, I really invest in the pens that I buy, because I don't be feeling like all of that going back and keep buying pens. And them same pens has been working since I first started nursing school, and they're still hanging with me 8 months later. So that was definitely a good investment. But I have a set of colorful pens, and I always write all of my notes. And I'm listening to a lecture, listening to the teacher in class, reading the book. I write down my notes using different color ink pens. One of my teachers from this term did teach me something very, very valuable for me. Is when I used to read the material, I would go ahead and write notes while I'm exposing myself to the material the very first time. And I stopped doing that, and I was able to retain, no kidding, so much more. I would read the book the first time without writing anything down, because if you're reading a book and you're already writing notes, you're writing notes on something you don't really understand. When you read it, don't write, and then you go back, listen to a lecture, do other things, look at the PowerPoints, and then you go back and read it again. Then you can write your notes, because you understand what you're writing. You're not just blindly writing notes to have to go back and look over and over again till you get it. No. So that was a good tip that she did give me. Which I have noticed my grades went up immediately when I started doing it that way, if I have to be honest. And I was able to retain a lot more. Tip number 3. Present yourself as a nurse in a classroom and clinical setting. Tip number 4 that I have that has really helped me, please stay away from cliques. Do not be the student that gets so cliquey with other people, because I'm cool with everybody for the most part. I'm the type of person that can go up to this person and say something, go up to this person and say something. Everybody have different ideas, and when you're studying in a clique, I've said this before, I have seen entire cliques fail. And I seen it again when we went into Med Surg. We got 8 students that would click together, repeat together. Because you're not studying, you're talking, you're running your mouth, you're doing everything but studying. I'm the type of student that I need to go study on my own, and we can go and rebuttal the material like a day before the test. I can't not know any material and be sitting around 5 or 6 other students. What are we rebuttaling? What are we learning from each other if we don't know the material? We ain't gonna be doing nothing but running our mouth and talking. So that is my tip number 4. If you can, it's better to stand alone. But if you have that one or two hitters around you that you know you can trust, that's good too. That's my situation. But just running around in cliques and being cliquish, like, for what? It's, but I was gonna say we're grown, but you know what? When you in a female-dominated profession, that's gonna happen, unfortunately. But don't do it. Do not do it. I'm telling you. Tip number 5 is know your best is enough. That is something that has been replaying in my mind a lot lately. Just feeling like when I first started nursing school, I went in honest to God with the mindset that I have to get A's on everything. I got to kill it with an A. If it ain't an A, it don't matter. In term 3, Med Surg changed all of that for me. I am grateful to be passing. I don't care about any of that. Don't ask me what I made. All I say now is I passed. All I care about knowing, did you pass? Good, we in that thing. I don't give a damn if you passed by 1 point or you made 100 on your test. I don't care. I stopped all that. I used to kill myself for A's. I'm not gonna lie. Foundations 1 and 2, I was killing myself to get A's. Y'all seen how I was boasting to get my A's? All that stopped real quick. I never cried so much. These last 10 weeks have been hell for me, y'all. Like, seriously. I was so stressed. I was entirely too stressed. All that stress, it didn't make no sense. I learned halfway through Med Surg that my best is good enough. Kiora, simmer down, calm down. Your best is enough, honey. And if you are in nursing school and you're struggling, just know your best is enough. Trust me. You're going to get through this. If you're headstrong, you're going to buckle down. I immersed myself in that HESI material. I was not about to go down without a fight. I was not. I just wasn't. I'm wishing you all much success. If you're in nursing school right now, let me know how the journey is going thus far for you. The journey continues, guys. I'm just happy to be in that thing. I registered yesterday for term 4, which starts on the 14th of this month. I'm ready. I found out by accident my graduation date, which is December 6th. So I'll be a nurse graduate come December 6th, because they wouldn't tell us for the longest, like, when we graduate, and they still didn't tell us. We found out because one of my classmates went to registration and they had term 4 from August 14th to December 6th. And she was like, wait, what? This is time 4? And they was like, oh, no, I'm sorry, we missed something. They changed it. But we know our last day is December 6th. So I was like, oh, that is good to know. But if you guys are following my journey, thank you so much for those who've been with me before I started nursing school, those who are sticking with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I forget to say this during my video because, I'm just grateful y'all watching me. But subscribe to your girl. I love you guys. Just stay tuned. We got this.
It gets better. It gets better. It gets better.